Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Today is Thursday in my world, and what do we got? A thirsty Thursday? I'm a bit past this morning, a bit thirsty, so maybe we'll just post some thirst trap photos later on social media. Just joking, not going to do that. Maybe I will, who knows? Depends how much validation I need to get out of myself today. Joking also. But maybe also not joking, because I guess doing these videos and doing what I do, I guess satiates the inner narcissist within me, and just constantly seeking validation, maybe. Anyway, I don't need to psychoanalyze myself this early in the morning, and I don't need to do that with you guys listening or watching, or actually, that's what I do anyway, right? Ultimately, all of these videos are just me giving myself advice, I guess, in some form or another. This is all shit that an old Pa Sam has probably needed to hear. And yeah, I don't go out to specifically change anybody's points of view or anything like that. This is just me sharing my thoughts and opinions, and that's all it simply is. But that's not what I came to talk about today. The beauty of doing this off the cuff. What I wanted to talk about today was something so simple: the meaning of life. What do you think the meaning of life is? Have you thought about what the meaning of life is? I'd be keen to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below. But I believe the meaning of life is simply to live. Now, that might not going to upset a lot of people, but a lot of people would be, I guess, dissatisfied with that being the meaning of life, and simply because it's so simple. Like, we want to make things a lot more complex. Like, the meaning of life is to find love, to procreate, to blah 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 blah, to find your purpose, or whatever it might be. And those are all obviously great things to do, and those are brilliant things to work towards if you so desire. But the meaning of life, I believe, is to simply live. As best as we understand it, we're only going to experience this life once, contrary to what I was saying yesterday in yesterday's video about reincarnation. But maybe let me rephrase this. We're only going to experience life once in this body, in this experience. So our purpose is to live this experience and to see it through. And how beautiful are those colors. I love mornings. But yeah, so our purpose is to live and to see this experience through. Sometimes we do get that cut short from our own hand, from somebody else's hand, and that's very bloody unfortunate. But live. It seems so simple, yet it is such a complicated experience. It's probably the most complicated thing that we're ever going to do, right? Because within that experience, within this life, everything that we're ever going to know is going to happen. And we seem to think that life is incredibly short, and it is relative to a timeline of the universe, but our life is actually the longest thing that we're ever going to know. Now, time is very relative, and time is not what we have been led to believe it actually is. And we look at time like hands on a clock going around, and the hands on the clock is just a man-made construct, and so is the existence of 4 a.m., 6 a.m., 1 hour, 3 hours. You can't actually go and get me an hour. Go and grab me an hour and bring it to me. You can't, because it is not something that is a tangible material object. It is simply a measuring stick, I guess, for this experience. Same as you can't technically grab an inch or a centimeter or a meter, because those are just those man-made constructs. Very useful tools, very useful measuring sticks, but just man-made and ultimately unimportant in the grand scheme of things, unless we're obviously building buildings and all that kind of stuff, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, that's what I believe the meaning of life is anyway. I'm keen to hear what you guys think the meaning of life is. Do you think it is as simple as simply living? And that can be broken down to living the best experience that you can, and you can extrapolate that out to be as complex as you bloody like. And that goes back to my the old adage of life. Is it a simplistic complexity, or is it a complex simplicity? And again, it just depends on which way you want to view it, and how you're going to perceive that, and which angle you want to perceive life from. But life is as simple or as complex as you want to make it. And by simply living, you are fulfilling ultimately your destiny, which is why you are here. And if you can experience a few sunrises in that time of your existence, bloody hell, go out and get it done. Speaking of though, before I jet, I had the ludicrous idea of starting to get up at 3:30 in the morning. I already get up at 4, and that's not quite, which is great. Alarm goes off at 3:58, but I feel like I need a little bit more time in my day, so I want to start doing some more morning practices. I'm happy to sacrifice a little bit more time at night, but yeah, I'm going to experience and live that morning maybe a little bit more. So that'll be my target for next week. Will be get up at maybe 3:30 and see how I go. But I'll bring in a bit more meditation, bit more journaling, I believe, in the mornings as well. So I need to bring in a couple more practices that I think will really set me up for success. Set me up for success for the day. So 3:30, that seems like a bloody sin. But anyway, that's enough of me waffling on. Keen to hear your thoughts though around what you believe the meaning of life is, and do you think it is, like I said, as simple as just simply living? Anyway, that's it. I'm about to head off to the gym. It's something different. I hope you guys have a bloody splendid day, and I will catch you in the next video. And as always, much love and namaste.